Attention passionate LAS, Vegas Raiders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Las Vegas Raiders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Las Vegas Raiders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and LAS, Vegas Raiders FANS. Let's get to the news. When we talk about the Las Vegas Raiders, there's always that sense of anticipation, that feeling that something big is just around the corner. And honestly, this offseason has been no different. The Raiders, a franchise with a rich history stretching back to their roots in Oakland, have once again been at the center of NFL conversations. But this time, not just about their past glories or struggles. No, folks, the buzz around the team right now is about their potential, about the strategic moves they've made, and the direction they're heading as they gear up for what promises to be an intense, competitive season. The Raiders have always been known for their passionate fan base, the Raider Nation, a community that's fiercely loyal and ever hopeful, dreaming of another Super Bowl appearance. And while the team has faced its share of ups and downs over the past few years, the energy is palpable that this could be the year they turn things around in a big way. Let's start with what's been happening recently. The Raiders have been active in the NFL offseason, making some moves that have definitely caught the attention of fans and analysts alike. There's been a lot of talk about their roster. New signings, trades, and draft picks aimed at bolstering their offense and defense. One of the most talked about names is Newsome, a talented cornerback who's been making waves in Cleveland. His potential addition to the Raiders could be a game-changer in their secondary, something they've needed for a while. The defensive backfield has struggled at times, and adding someone of Newsome's caliber could help solidify that unit, making it tougher for opponents to pass against them. This is just one example of how the Raiders are thinking strategically, trying to build a team that's versatile, aggressive, and capable of stepping up when it matters most. But it's not just about individual players. The overall strategy behind the team is worth noting. The coaching staff, led by head coach Josh McDaniels, has been working diligently to implement a system that maximizes the talents of their roster. McDaniels, known for his offensive mind and innovative schemes, is looking to create a balanced attack that can adapt to any opponent. The offensive line is being reshaped, and there's talk about developing a more dynamic passing game, especially with the quarterback position. Jimmy Garoppolo, who joined the team last season, is expected to take on a more prominent role, bringing experience and leadership to the offense. Fans are hopeful that Garoppolo's chemistry with the receivers, including stars like Davante Adams, will click early on, giving the Raiders a potent offensive punch. Meanwhile, the running game, traditionally a strength for the Raiders, will be relied upon to keep defenses honest and open up play-action opportunities. Now, let's talk about the defense, which has been a significant focus for the team. The Raiders have been working hard to improve their defensive schemes, focusing on speed and aggression. Adding players like Newsome is part of that plan, but there are also younger talents emerging. Players like Max Crosby, who has become the face of the defense, are expected to lead the pass rush. Crosby's relentless effort and ability to get to the quarterback have been crucial in the team's defensive success over the past few seasons. The coaching staff is emphasizing discipline and scheme versatility, aiming to create a defense that can adapt to different offensive styles across the league. With the AFC West being one of the most competitive divisions in the NFL, the Raiders know they need to be at their best to compete against teams like the Kansas City Chiefs, Los Angeles Chargers, and Denver Broncos. Speaking of the division, this is where the story gets even more intriguing. The AFC West has been a powerhouse conference in recent years, with the Chiefs dominating the scene and the Chargers showing flashes of brilliance. The Raiders have often been seen as the underdog, but there's a feeling now that they're ready to shake things up. The front office has set ambitious goals, and the team's recent moves suggest they're aiming to not just compete, but to contend seriously for the division crown. The Chiefs, led by Patrick Mahomes, are still a force to reckon with, but the Raiders are positioning themselves as the team that could potentially challenge that dominance. If they can execute their game plan, stay healthy, and capitalize on their talent, there's every reason to believe that the Raiders could be in the mix for the AFC West title and ultimately a deep playoff run. But let's be real, no team is without its challenges. The NFL is unpredictable, and injuries, unforeseen circumstances, or even a sudden change in momentum can alter the course of a season. That's why the Raiders' depth and resilience will be tested throughout the year. The coaching staff's ability to adapt and the players' mental toughness will be pivotal. Still, the optimism among the fan base is sky-high. They've seen enough seasons of almosts and could-have-beens to know that this might be the year everything comes together. The energy in Las Vegas, a city that has embraced the Raiders with open arms, is palpable. The stadium, Allegiant Stadium, has become a fortress, a true home field advantage, and the fans are hungry for success. Let's not forget about the importance of leadership, both on and off the field. The locker room is filled with veterans who know what it takes to win, and they're eager to pass that knowledge to the younger players. Leaders like Max Crosby and Davante Adams are not just talented, they're also vocal, motivated, and ready to push the team to new heights. The team's chemistry, combined with their strategic focus, could be the secret sauce that propels them forward this season. And with the NFL's parity, every game will matter, every play will count, and the Raiders will be tested early and often. Their schedule is no walk in the park, but that's part of what makes this season so exciting for fans. Every matchup, every moment, could be a step closer to that elusive Super Bowl. Another aspect that's been gaining attention is the team's commitment to analytics and modern training techniques. The Raiders have been investing heavily in sports science, injury prevention, and game analytics, all aimed at giving them that extra edge. In today's NFL, it's not just about talent, it's about preparation, data-driven decisions, and mental toughness. The front office is making sure they're ahead of the curve, and that's a huge factor in their quest for excellence this season. It's clear that Las Vegas, a city known for its entertainment and high energy, is also becoming a hub for innovative football strategies. The Raiders are embracing that identity, trying to combine entertainment with excellence on the field. Now, let's pause for a moment because I want to emphasize something very important. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Las Vegas Raiders news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. This isn't just about hype, folks. It's about real, tangible progress. The Raiders are not just talking, they're working tirelessly behind the scenes to make this season count. From training camp reports to preseason performances, everything points to a team that's laser-focused, motivated, and ready to surprise everyone. Fans are already buzzing, sharing their predictions, their hopes, and their fears. But one thing is for sure, Las Vegas is all in. The city's energy, the fans' passion, and the team's determination combine into a perfect storm of excitement. The potential this season holds is enormous, and the Raiders could be on the cusp of something truly special. Looking ahead, the schedule might be tough, but that's part of the challenge. The Raiders will face some of the league's best right out of the gate, and that early testing will be crucial. How they perform in those initial games could set the tone for the entire season. The key will be consistency, executing their game plan, avoiding injuries, and maintaining that fighting spirit through thick and thin. If they manage to do that, the sky's the limit. The AFC West is no longer a one-team show, and the Raiders are eager to prove that they're here to stay among the league's elite. With the leadership, talent, and strategic vision in place, they could very well be the dark horse that upsets the usual favorites and makes a deep playoff push. And speaking of players, there's a lot of excitement surrounding some of the young talents who are ready to step up. Players like Josh Jacobs, who's been a cornerstone of the offense, are motivated to show that they can carry the team's rushing attack and be offensive catalysts. Then there's the offensive line, which has been reshaped to provide better protection and create running lanes for Jacobs and others. The receivers, led by Davante Adams, are eager to build chemistry with Garoppolo and reestablish themselves as one of the league's most feared groups. The defense, as I mentioned earlier, is loaded with talent and hungry for more. Crosby, Chandler Jones, and some of the younger defensive backs are all looking to make big plays and turn the tide in crucial moments. It's a roster full of potential, and if everything clicks, the Raiders might be the team nobody saw coming but everyone will remember. Of course, the NFL is unpredictable. Injuries, coaching decisions, and the random twists and turns of a season can throw everything into chaos. But that's what makes football so thrilling. Fans love the hope, the drama, and the possibility that this could be the year everything falls into place. And in Las Vegas, where the energy never stops, that hope is alive and well. People are already talking about playoff scenarios, division titles, and even Super Bowl dreams. The team's front office is aiming high, and the players are hungry to deliver. It's a season that could redefine the franchise's trajectory and solidify their place among the league's top contenders. Now, I want to remind you again because this is really important. And now, Las Vegas Raiders fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and the Las Vegas Raiders. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Las Vegas Raiders news. The passion of the Raiders fans is what drives this team forward. Every opinion, every prediction, every bit of support counts. So make sure your voice is heard. Let us know what you think about this upcoming season, what players you're most excited about, and what your predictions are for the Raiders. This is a community, and we're all in this together, rooting for our team to make history once again. In summary, the Las Vegas Raiders are at a pivotal moment. The offseason moves, the strategic planning, the young talents ready to emerge, and the passionate fan base all point to a season filled with possibilities. The AFC West remains fiercely competitive, but the Raiders are no longer just trying to stay afloat. They're aiming to dominate. With the right execution, a bit of luck, and that relentless Raiders spirit, this could be the year they finally break through and remind everyone why they're one of the most iconic teams in NFL history. The story is still being written, and for Raiders fans, it's going to be a roller coaster of excitement, hope, and determination. So hold on tight, because this season might just be one of the most unforgettable chapters in Raiders history. Thanks for sticking with me through this deep dive into everything happening with the Las Vegas Raiders. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, news, and analysis to keep you fully informed and fired up for the season ahead. Make sure you subscribe, share, and stay engaged because the Raiders are on the rise, and we're all part of this incredible journey. Until then, keep the passion alive and let's go Raiders.